introduction to the book of Hebrews. This book is one of the most beautifully written in the entire New Testament. It's thought to be the written form of a sermon or a compilation of several sermonettes that make a passionate plea to the recipients to hold fast to their faith in Christ in the face of escalating persecution. The author of Hebrews is largely unknown to us, though it appears from chapters 13 verses 18 to 24 that he was known to the original recipients. Now, many attempts have been made to identify an author through the use of historical record, language, literary style, etc. Some believe it was Paul, some believe it was Barnabas, Luke, and others Apollos. Many people have been proposed over the centuries, but 3rd century theologian Origen sums it up best. Who it was that really wrote the epistle, God only knows. As the title implies, the recipients of this letter were predominantly Christians who had strong connections to Judaism. Hebrews reveals that they faced intense forms of persecution that were leading them to contemplate the safety and security of returning to synagogue worship and the protected religion of Judaism. Now, the date and place of this writing are also hard to pin down, but based on internal evidence from the letter, it was most likely written between 64 and 69 AD. Hebrews presents Jesus as the God-man who fulfills the roles of prophet, priest, and king. There are over 20 titles used to describe Jesus, such as heir, high priest, and founder, depending on the translation you're reading from. And as you read, take note of these titles and what they communicate about the Lord. Now, the primary emphasis of the book is to show that Jesus is better or superior to all the cherished elements of Judaism and the Old Covenant. They were simply signposts pointing to his eventual coming. Now, you will recognize these key passages as you read. Passage like Hebrews 4:14 through 16. Since then, we have a great high priest who has passed through the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God. Let us hold fast our confession. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who in every respect has been tempted as we are, yet without sin. Let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace, that we may have mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Or, like Hebrews 12:1 and 2, therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. As you read the great hall of faith recorded in chapter 11, think about how the author is using each person mentioned to strengthen his argument and his readers' faith. At the highest level, Hebrews divides into two sections. The first, in chapter 1 through chapter 10, verse 18, could be titled, The Person and Work of Christ Are Superior. And the second, beginning in chapter 10, verse 19 through the end of the book, Because Christ is superior, hold fast to your faith in him. Now, I hope you enjoy your reading of this magnificent sermon. And remember, Hebrews 11:6, and without faith it is impossible to please God. For whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him.